Halo the series is back on Paramount Plus. I missed the return as I was away at sea, and seeing as how my videos weren't exactly exploding the internet, each dying like your childhood on seeing Master Chief get it on with a traitor, figured I'd wait until mid-season to chime in. So with a new showrunner, hate that term by the way, can Halo the series course correct? Now, before we get into it, I want to give a quick mention to my buddies over at CalderaLab.com. If you want some sunscreen that'll have you looking better than John 117 when he takes his helmet off, try their latest, the Face SPF. Use my promo code FRY15 to save 15% at checkout. Alright, Episode 1, Sanctuary. Spartan Silver Team are dispatched to evacuate the colonists of the planet Sanctuary. In the process, some elites flex active camo and throw down with the Chief. With Chief and Corporal Perez surrounded, the elites walk away seemingly at the orders of the most certainly killed last season McKee. Chief and his new buddy Evac. Dumbasses stay behind to get glassed with their planets. A lot of time was spent in Season 1 on Madrigal, Quan's home. She spent a huge amount of time running around there as a freedom fighter, fighting alongside Soren. We were teased about their mysticism and glassed between seasons. Guess this is the way we're telling the audience to forget about all that Quan nonsense, right? Admittedly, an out-of-place character who served as a completely unnecessary co-lead for the show, but I genuinely think that Yaren Ha brought the character to life best she could.
Most people have it worse.
Oh wait, she's back at the end. Indentured servants are arriving on the rubble. One says he knows the whereabouts of Dr. Halsey, which piques the interest of Soren, and it's an elaborate and nonsensical trap to capture Soren. Really asking us to not think too much about this. I mean, you have to have a guy acting as bait, assuming Soren is that interested in finding Dr. Halsey for revenge. And what if he's not? Yeah, sign me up for a lifetime of mining duty. Oh, and forget about positioning a team aboard a derelict ship, waiting for Soren to come by at just the right spot. There's a new Oni boss to order around Silver Team, name's Ackerson, and he gives Jack Crusher vibes. Episode 2, Sword. Dr. Catherine Halsey is playing backgammon with what I guess is a Flash clone. This short-lived ginger girl is later revealed to be a clone of Ackerson's sister, who failed Halsey's Spartan 2 program. Quan has been tagged as an indentured servant and gives chase in the rubble. Yeah, she's action girl now. Riz has been greatly elevated, who ended Season 1 on the brink of death. She's recovering and lying about her pain as she tries to keep pace with the Spartan life. John goes to dinner with Perez, who has since been given a hero treatment for her actions concussed on Sanctuary. Cobalt Team has gone missing on Reach no less. John scrambles Silver Team for an unsanctioned search and rescue only to come up empty. We get to see Cortana, now played by someone else, because I guess doing the full face render from last season was expensive. Meanwhile, the Master Chief Collection was released over 9 years ago and we still haven't bested that Cortana. Thankfully, she's still voiced by Jen Taylor, but having her removed from John between seasons is another indicator of the show's lack of clear direction. Looks like the Covenant have retrieved the Keystone, and somehow McKee has returned with the nose job. The first 2 episodes dropped the same morning, making for a sort of 2-part premiere giving audiences an indication of changes. The iconic Halo theme has been worked into the opening titles, where it was curiously absent before. Miranda Keyes seems to have been written out, but evidently new boss David Weiner didn't hear the fan outrage over seeing Chief's face. I guess since it's out there, no point acting like it didn't happen. So you're going to see a lot of armorless Chief going forward. Episode 3, Vicegrad. Chief is chewed out by Admiral Keyes, who, if you're keeping score, never made Admiral in the games. Riz goes to blind ex-Spartan's physical therapy coach's apartment for dinner, Yep, we've got an LGBT Spartan. We essentially get the backstory and motivation of Ackerson, his dying father, his dead sister. Perez is working tirelessly to decode a Covenant message. Quan and Soren's wife hatch plans to find him and get caught in the process, but don't worry because Quan is now River Tam. Soren is actually chilling with Dr. Halsey now, which means he upgraded. Episode 3 contains 0 aliens, but ends with a literal bang, which would seem to usher in the fall of Reach. What one would hope occupies the majority of the rest of the season, and hopefully where the bulk of the budget is allocated. Despite seemingly being a filler episode, it sheds some light on the villains. I'm not talking about the Covenant, but the Oni forces who knew the attack on Reach was imminent and made their clandestine retreat, while civilians are left behind. If there's something the show has done more than the games, it's to bring to light the sometimes devious nature of those at UNSC. It's different from the games where you don't run into many bad people. Is it more realistic in the show? Would those in power give up their stronghold to quietly retreat, leaving civvies to the slaughter? I'm honestly not sure anymore. Episode 4, Reach. Reach erupts as a major strike is underway, but maybe not everybody noticed. Nonetheless, this is where we're really hoping to see some thrilling set pieces. The action is more concerned with doing it in real time with one long take, often mislabeled by YouTubers as a long shot, rather than flashy cinematic action with quick cuts that compress time or epic slow motion. Efforts to hide cuts draw attention like this unmotivated zoom, but it's cheaper this way. Far more efficient than repositioning the camera, moving lights, etc. Also, the show is so absent of music. Aside from the main theme, the games had several memorable tunes that could have livened up moments. Chief and Perez crash into an antique store. Hey, that's a original Xbox. Admiral Keyes leads civilian evacuation efforts and informs Silver Team that high-value assets have been evacuated, including their Mjolnir armor. Halsey and Soren escape their cell. Keyes sacrifices himself so that last transport can escape. So yes, if you're keeping score still, Captain Keyes never makes it to the Pillar of Autumn. As Chief and his team fight the invading elites and jackals, you can't get a super combine out of a single needle. The episode closes with Vanek dead, his just introduced this episode beloved pigeons circling above. The after show goes as far as to say that the elite that killed Vanek is indeed the Arbiter. I get the feeling that on this show, Chief isn't going to get all buddy-buddy with Arby, who with us seeing kill a Spartan, we can't get behind as a hero. Sure, the role is a title. It might not be the Arbiter of Halo 2, but I doubt the show will introduce another. Suppose you're a fan of the games, their story and lore, maybe a completely separate chain of events can be of interest. This is the way things used to be. Oh, that's comic Batman, and that's TV Batman, but this is movie Batman. Unfortunately, we're now expected to honor canon across mediums, making media inaccessible to casuals. It's a risky gamble not recreating every key moment of the games, but it also makes a less than predictable streaming series. Now, this being YouTube, fiefdom of nostalgia and gatekeeping, you know damn well the discourse here is going to condemn the show for taking liberties. I don't disagree. The risks taken with this show have leaned towards the wrong direction. I know I wouldn't want to be put in charge of fixing Halo the show in Season 2. One distinct difference I picked up on is a lack of Covenant plotting. They're now in the shadows. We don't see a prophet, brute, or grunt. This could be to make their intentions more mysterious, but it's also cheaper than rendering aliens. I didn't hate the Quan or Soren characters in Season 1, but they're so removed from Chief's story or anything close to the games that it's hard to justify still putting substantial time into them. A much better use would be to elevate Perez into Chief's normal human pal for the season. So in the coming weeks, let's hope there's some of that vaunted, lore-accurate Master Chief action as Silver Team does some filling in for Noble Team. I want to know what you think about Season 2. Is it the same but different, or is it turning things around? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications.
Hey, it's Vaughn's mom again, so I just wanted to remind you that instead of buying Vaughn's weird pictures online in various states of undress, you can just bookmark his Amazon affiliate link, and then when you shop Throw It on Amazon, he gets a few pennies here and there.